stick
around.
It's such a lonely word.
Right, but then you stick around, you get some My Life.
That's right.
You get the theme from Bosom Buddies.
Yeah, that's right.
Which, speaking of, I'm sorry, side note.
No, go ahead.
Speaking of Adam Scott, I remember a few episodes ago.
We talked about this.
That greatest TV thing of all time, him and Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
Have you caught that yet?
I still haven't watched it, but I remember looking it up because we were talking about it.
Okay.
And because that's also where we found out that the Bosom Buddies version is not sung by Billy Joel.
Yeah. Oh, yes. And the rumor was for a while that was Tom Hanks who actually sang
also
it.
not sung by Tom Hanks. Now, I get what you're talking about with maybe season 2 is a little more uneven, but it also I don't know.
If I may use another analogy.
Sure, go ahead.
Maybe maybe it's season 2 is also, if we're going MCU, because as you know, Avengers comes out in a few days.
Yes.
So we'll go with that.
Okay.
At least as we're recording this, and probably it'd be out.
It'll be out by the time this goes up. Yeah.
It can be season 2 can be like Iron Man 2, where it has. I mean, it does have some cool things in it.
Yeah.
But it's a little rough at some points. But it's all to establish what comes next. Mm-hmm. Because if they didn't do all this stuff in season 2, then you wouldn't get season 3, which we all agree is amazeballs.
Yeah, okay. So it'll be good to go. It'll be good to rewatch season 3 because it's, watching it in real time, there's some distance already. So to go back, by the way, Fork Buddies, we can't watch unless we buy the series on iTunes. We can't watch season 3 until it's on Netflix because Hulu does not offer the complete season until it only offers the last 5 episodes of season 3, so we can't rewatch it again. Right, and I don't think it's going to hit Netflix until September, possibly.
So that's why we can't watch season 3 yet, unless, you want to donate to Who and Wild to the Jason and Jared need to buy season 3 on Amazon.
Sure, yeah. There's that.
But we don't.
And this is, I guess we should broach that subject too. This is also why you're beginning to hear ads now, is that needed to go ahead and attempt to monetize the Hoot and Waddle podcasts. Mm-hmm. So if you hear ads, that's why, folks.
And it's just at the beginning, right? It took us by, and at the end, I assume?
I don't know, because I haven't listened to this week's episodes yet.
I assume it was like,
I loaded them in a panic. So here's not in a panic, but with moving on Saturday and getting everything loaded in, and I was just wiped. I didn't get to do anything other than kind of wallow and be kind of depressed and get a few things unpacked here and there on Saturday. And then Sunday, I slept that off a little bit and and also needed to I ended up spending a lot of time trying to build this bookcase behind you here so I could get the records out, which was important.
Is this an IKEA bookcase?
It is.
How long did it take you? Like a half a day?
No, not bad. It was like an hour.
Wow.
It wasn't bad. Just by myself too. I'm pretty proud of that.
Dude, you deserve like a medal.
There are a lot of parts to this thing, but it's perfect for records. So
I can't think of any time that me and Kristen have built something we bought from IKEA where it doesn't take at least half a day.
Yeah, I got all, like, the desk was IKEA, the bookcase IKEA, the daybed in there is IKEA. So I like IKEA stuff. I'm handy with an Allen wrench.
Yeah. Well, I like how it looks. I just don't like building it.
Yeah, no, it looks good. It looks solid. So anyway, I didn't start going through and doing the edits and uploading things until Sunday night, which is the point at which I discovered that my internet through CenturyLink is a lot slower than it was at the offices previously, which were serviced by Cox. Uh-huh. So I looked at, but hey, it's what I can afford, Fork Buddies. Yeah. So and I got the highest bit rate. I got the highest bit rate that I could get in the area.
Mm-hmm. So what you're saying is CenturyLink is not going to be advertising here.
Not so much, because I am already not super thrilled with the time it takes. I'm going to have to start factoring that in.
Well, since we're already burning that bridge, they do throttle my internet quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? It's this like corridor though, where there's all this construction going on, and all these because Cox would lose service fairly regularly, from what I remember as well. Mm-hmm. So it just seemed like anytime somebody hit a line, it was done.
So you're saying Cox or Cox?
Yes, indeed. But
CenturyLink does have really good customer service, though. I will give them that.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah, I've never had. And the few times I've had to call them, they've been really nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
I think the final word that I wanted to say about season 2 for now is that, I agree that there was a natural cutoff point with Michael's sacrifice and him becoming basically the most human that he could be at that point. Mm-hmm. And the most let's not say human, because there are a lot of humans who would not have done that in his situation. He becomes the least bad place, and the most good place at that point. He becomes almost like a real architect, I guess, or what I imagine a real architect would be. But without those last 2 episodes, you miss that part about Eleanor's growth. You miss Maya Rudolph's great performance, and I guess you could say that you would start off season 3 with that. But the final episode of season 2, which really, one of these times we might have to just marathon all the way through. Once we get through season 5, and I assume there are probably 5 seasons in the arc that Michael Schur is talking about. That's my guess anyway. We'll see.
The fact that it's gone, the fact that it gets a 4th.
It's pretty fantastic.
The fact that it's made it, the fact that it got renewed after season 1.
Yeah. Well, but I think season 2 came along, and then we started the podcast, and I'm pretty sure that we were responsible for getting it a 3rd season.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure we're responsible for getting it before season 2.
I would agree. I
don't
think
take full responsibility of that.
We wield that kind of influence. Mm-hmm. They look at our numbers and see, damn, people love this show.
Mm-hmm. I did. So Apple Podcasts now does this thing where you can discover more podcasts.
Oh, more, you say?
Yeah,
huh?
And apparently there are some copycats.
Really?
Yeah.
They can't possibly be as digressive as we are.
I have no clue, because you know what? I don't even bother, because they're stealing from us.
I can't imagine that they're nearly as off the map, as off book as we get, nor as lovable as we are.
I'm sure they're professionals, and just keep on topic the whole time.
Probably. And what good is that?
You know what? It sounds pretty damn boring to yours truly.
I bet that you will not find an episode of any of those other unofficial Good Place podcasts that takes the time to compare the first 2 seasons of The Good Place to the 1977 and 78 follow-up from Billy Joel.
That's true. And
a very solid, supportive argument as well.
Yes. And not to mention, we could go on and on about all the crazy shit we compare the show to.
Absolutely.
God, what was I going to... Something just popped in my mind and I completely forgot now. It's gone.
Well, that's all right. Maybe it'll be around for next time.
I hope so.
And who knows what we are going to do for the next episode. Chris reached out to us, and Mr. Ayers is interested in doing the David Foster Wallace comparison, which... Have you read Infinite Jest yet?
Yes, I read it yesterday.
Okay, well done. Yeah, in one sitting, I would imagine, whilst taking care of your young children.
Well, I went to church.
And also writing. Oh, yeah, yesterday was Easter. That's right.
Yeah. So I went to church.
I noticed that because of how many places that I wanted to go to that were closed. I'm like, come on, don't you guys have other, I'm sure that there are people of other faiths who would be happy to man the store for that day. I had to go to a Walmart, for crying out loud.
Oh my God. The one at Thomas?
Yeah. It was
Holy
terrible.
Shit,
it was
dude.
terrible. I never want to have to do that again. That was a fucking ordeal. It was crazy.
Was Target closed everywhere?
Target was closed.
Yeah. That's so odd.
Target was closed. Best Buy was closed. I'm trying to think.
It's so odd that Target is open on Thanksgiving.
But they're not open on Easter.
And Easter.
Yeah.
I mean, more power to them.
Whatever.
More power to anyone who closes business on Sundays. Good for you. But I find it a little hypocritical.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, but it's fine.
I concur.
So.
Anyway.
But, so we kind of planned some hiatus episodes.
Yeah.
We'll Defending Your Life.
Oh, that's what we're going to do. Defending Your Life. We're going to do This Must Be the Place.
Yep.
Because we've been talking about it so much, even though it really has nothing to do with The Good Place. But it's, it seems like, hey, why not?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. We
should do Hudsucker Proxy.
We should do Hudsucker Proxy. Absolutely. We might want to do His Girl Friday and The Apartment.
Yeah? I'd be down for that.
Because, I think that they take, that aesthetic straight out of those films.
Mm-hmm.
Your Billy Wilder and your... Oh, who was...
was it Wilder who did?
No, it's not Wilder who did His Girl Friday. It's Howard Hawks.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, we've got some stuff. I think it's going to be a fun summer.
Yeah. So, it's a summer of Jared and Jason.
There you go. And we'll tie it all into The Good Place somehow.
Oh, did you see that Cusack is coming?
I did. Oh, man. $75 gets you a picture with Cusack after the show.
That's money well spent. Tell us about Nick Cage.
I just want to quote High Fidelity, Adam.
No.
That's all I want to do.
What do you think he'll do?
Well, I don't know. It's it's a screening of Say Anything. So
where's it at?
Chandler Center for the Arts. Same place Squeeze is going to be playing.
No shit.
Yep.
Chandler. Well, Chandler got cool after I moved. I knew it.
I don't understand it. I was thinking about this. I have not been to Chandler for any arts reason whatsoever. Mm-hmm. I can count on a hand the number of times I've gone to Chandler for anything, period. But the fact that I'm looking at going to Chandler for Squeeze and John Cusack within the same year is pretty mind-blowing to me.
I think he'd be okay quoting anything unless it's from probably America's Sweethearts.
Or Better Off Dead.
I think he'd be okay with that.
You think he's made his peace with it?
I think he's made his peace with it.
$2.
I think that's going to get you killed. I think if you went more with...
So he'll just make a look at somebody and I'll go. Yeah. I'll be down. That's, yeah.
I think if you go say something else like, I'm sorry, your mom's face blew up, Ricky. I think you'd be okay.
Yeah.
But I think you're okay if you don't quote America's Sweethearts. Not that anyone remembers anything about that movie anyway.
No, my favorite John Cusack movies are Better Off Dead just because of what it was. But legitimately, Grosse Point Blank, High Fidelity, and Say Anything are my favorite John Cusack movies.
I think if you quote any of those, you'd be perfectly fine.
But I don't know. It's like, what is this phenomenon now of stars touring? Like Shatner did it with The Wrath of Khan. Mm-hmm. Cusack's doing it with Say Anything. What is it with actors like touring their films? Is it just a money grab?
I think so. Well, my friend saw him in Toledo.
Was it also Say Anything?
No, it was. I think it was Grosse Point Blank.
Oh, really? See,
it was one of the. Cusack is sort of like in the Nick Cage category, where
I don't know how it happened, but he's crazy now.
Well, it's not that he's crazy. I think he just needs money. I think he got screwed like Cage did.
You think so?
I'm pretty sure.
And because he's doing some very questionable films these days.
Yeah, so I think he's at the point where
a lot of straight-to-video stuff.
And I'm sure there's been a few films where they start together, and I'm pretty sure, like on the set, they'll be like, "He screwed you too, didn't he?" I'm like, probably.
They did star in a good film together, which is Con
Con
Air.
Air.
Yeah. Which, I mean, good is in quotation marks, but I like that film.
I like that movie a lot.
It's
I mean,
Cage with